my mom's dreams and in my sister's nightmares.
As a senior recruiter on this team in 1987, I actually was into my first year of marriage, and I was working for a company called Temporaries Incorporated.
30 years ago, I was non-existent.
In 1987, I was working for Mary Kay Corporate, traveling the world, training Mary Kay consultants.
In 1987, I was just a thought in my parents' head.
In 1987, I had just finished my first semester at Texas A&M and had returned home for the summer to go back to work for Excalibur Insurance.
In 1987, I was a 25-year-old Navy wife living in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
In 1987, I was starting kindergarten.
30 years ago, I was gearing up for my grand entrance into the world.
In 1987, I was a freshman at LSU, and I was in the thick of being a sorority girl, wearing big white bows in my hair and not even thinking about what I wanted to do in the future, just thinking about boys and sorority stuff.
30 years ago, I was in the womb.
In 1987, I was 5 years old and about to start kindergarten.
In 1987, I actually had a 1-year-old daughter at the time. I worked at Compaq Computer Corporation, and they're no longer in business.
In 1987, I was 4 years old and living in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm sure I was sliding down the hill in our backyard on top of a trash can lid in the snow. And that was a long, long time ago.
So 30 years ago today, I was just finishing up my junior year of high school and kicking off the summer before my senior year. I was working at McDonald's in the drive-thru line, and I was having a great time.
30 years ago, I started at High Profile Staffing. And I have to tell you the story because, Jock, you did not want to hire me. The crazy thing is, I said what I was taught to say when in college. What do you want to do for your future plans? Or how do you hope your career will develop? I said, I'd like to go into management. Evidently, that was the wrong answer. But fortunately, a few other people voted yes. I came on board, and it's been the most amazing journey of my life. I really am so thankful and so blessed for this experience. It's been great. I used to enjoy beating Jack to work when it was just the two of us, way back when. I always tried to get to the office first, get the coffee going before he got there, and sometimes he would get there before me, and I would just be so mad that I didn't get there on time. But we had a lot of fun, especially in the beginning of the years when we had demos at the grocery stores. We'd work all week long, and then all weekend long we would be giving out toaster ovens, handing out Haagen-Dazs ice cream at the stores. So it's been quite a journey, and the best thing about it is every year has been pretty normal.
My favorite thing about working for High Profile is the fact that we're truly empowered to do our job. I love the fact that we can own our desk and make decisions and know that it can be in the best interest of not only the company but our candidates.
I love working at High Profile because it's truly an organization where I can grow both professionally and personally.
Jock, one of my favorite things about you is how when you get embarrassed, you get red from the top of your head all the way down. And I'll never forget the time we gave you a onesie for a special birthday present.
I'm thankful for High Profile for setting the foundation for my career. And cheers to 30 years.
The thing I love most about High Profile is that we truly carry out our mission statement. Thank you so much for building a great company and giving me the opportunity to be a part of it.
The first time I met Jock, I came to meet Bronwyn for an interview, and there was this man in the lobby straightening magazines on the coffee table, and I thought that he actually was like a temporary, somebody that was there to interview. And so I just, I said hi quickly and then like kind of brushed him off and went on to see Bronwyn, only to find out later that he was the owner of the company. And High Profile has changed my life just immeasurably for the better, because I was able to raise both of my kids, get them through grammar school, high school, one of them through college, and I was able to work flex time and have time with them and have time at work and make an income that allowed me to stay in my house and be a great mom, and I had great role models here at High Profile. So thank you for starting High Profile 30 years ago. This is just an amazing place.
One of the things that I love most about working at High Profile would definitely be the flexibility to work from home. I still get to be a part of this fantastic team, this awesome company, but also still get to be at home with my husband. Jock, congratulations on 30 years. Thank you for your vision and for creating an organization that I am so proud to be a part of.
As far as what I like about High Profile, I'm excited to get up every morning and come to work where I work with people that truly feel like family. I know that what I'm doing is important and it's valued. I love working with the clients and the candidates to help them solve problems and to make changes in their lives. Being able to hear from both sides and talk about how something that I've done has changed their life for the better or empowered them just makes this all worthwhile. And as far as my favorite memories, I do have two. The first would be when we hired our very first receptionist for the office, Alyssa. She started while Jock was in Colorado, and Jock came back from Colorado, and it was the first time he'd popped into the office to visit. And he's sitting talking with one of the recruiters, and Alyssa comes and sits down and says, "Well, who are you?" She had no idea who Jock was. And then my second memory, which may or may not be considered a good one, depending on how you look at it, but it was the holiday party at the Staffords where the dining room table caught on fire. Fortunately, Jock was able to control it and put it out pretty easily, but probably the main thing that taught me, number one, don't put little cute beady things around a lit candle, and number three, leave the party before the very last person. Don't stay too late.
What I really love about High Profile is that it feels like a big family, and I feel like the company really takes care of everybody. So thank you so much for your leadership, Jock, and congrats to 30 years.
So one of my favorite things about my lord is the fact that he asked me to call him my lord instead of Jock or boss or chief. And if you all take a look at him right now, my second favorite thing is how red his face is. Congratulations on 30 years, Jock.
And what I love about Jock is that he always allows me to talk to him. He'll stop by and ask me how's my day, which is super sweet. And then once he sits down, I usually don't let him up until I'm done 15 stories each. And I'm so happy that he's celebrating 30 years. Congratulations. Yay, woohoo.
So I love working here at High Profile just because of the great team that's around us. I was never a part of a sorority, but I think this is about as close as it gets. I have amazing people that I can rely on and learn from, and it's just been a really special experience.
HP has changed my life in so many ways. I went from thinking I might stay here to a year to now it's been 18. I couldn't imagine my life being the way it is, and it wouldn't be without High Profile.
So one of my favorite memories of Jock is actually the first time that I met him. And I met him, it was June of 2006, and he was the final interview. I'd already met with everyone on the team. We all know how that is. And he came into the interview room and shook my hand. We introduced ourselves, and then he sat back in the chair and said, "So why are you here? Why am I meeting you?" And I really didn't know how to answer it. I thought, is this a trick question? Surely he knows why I'm interviewing here. But of course, I was hired and got started and quickly learned a little bit more about Jock. I mentioned it was June, so he was getting ready to head on out to Colorado. So I don't think he really knew why I was interviewing there. But at any rate, it's been a really fun ride. I never would have imagined that I would be here for almost 11 years. High Profile has completely changed my life, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to work here every day. I'm so thankful for all of the amazing coworkers who are like family, and to be able to work for such an incredible leader and visionary, it's truly an honor. So Jock, cheers to 30 years, congratulations, and thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of it.
Jock, remember the time that I tried to fix your broken glasses with super glue and you put them on too soon?
my introduction to High Profile was actually through a temporary that I had at the office. And they said, if you want the best, most caring agency, you might want to go with this company by the name of High Profile. But the person you need to talk to is Bronwyn Allen. And of course, she had to spell her name. So when I found myself on the market again, I thought, well, I'll call Bronwyn and see if she couldn't help me out. And of course, she had the opportunity here. And I was just grateful to know that High Profile has been with me for 30 years. And not only got to meet Bronwyn, but the founder of this great company. You've done a wonderful job. Congratulations.